Hello everyone, my name is Paul Jones, supervisor for the ground shop in Atlantic City. Here at Stockton we have two identical trash compactors. One is at the academic building and one is here at the residential building. Today we're going to go over the safe operation and use of the trash compactors. The first thing that we want to do when we get to these trash compactors is to make sure that our working surface is free and clear of any hazards. These hazards would include slipping hazards and tripping hazards. We want to make sure that our walkway is not puddled up, it does not have grease or slime on it. These are trash compactors, therefore they're going to have some nasty things that are around them, that people are throwing in them, and oftentimes there's spills. If there is a spill, make sure that you clean that up and so the next person doesn't fall and that you can safely operate it. If there's any tripping hazards, make sure that you remove them. That way you can walk around here without falling. We want to make sure also that we have clear access to our emergency shutoff button. You need to familiarize yourself with the control panel, which is right here. Now on the control panel, there is a red button. That big red button is for emergencies. Should you have an emergency, to press that red button and call for the assistance that you would need. We want to make sure that we operate these safely, not only for yourself, but for everyone else. So, next step, after that we have ensured that our working surface is clear of any slipping and tripping hazards, we want to properly inspect the inside of this compactor. We want to do this for several reasons. One, here at the academic building on our campus, it is outside. God forbid that someone be inside of there from overnight and you dump trash on top of them, that could be an issue. Somebody may be working around it, has fallen in. Now, I will tell you, never enter these trash compactors. It takes special training. It takes locking out the machine, and that is not something that you have been trained to do. So leave that to myself and my staff. But we want to open the lid, and these lids operate. They have a latch pin on either side. So I'm going to open up the lid. I'm going to move the latch pin. I'm going to open the lid, and I'm going to inspect. Now you will see when I open the lid that we have installed mirrors on the inside of this. That way you will better facilitate your inspection of the inside of this trash compactor. And when I open this up, I just merely pull this pin over and I push up on the lid. I want to look in, not just one side, but I want to look in both sides. So I like to look in. We can see that these are free and clear and ready to be used. I want to make sure that not only is no one in there, but I want to make sure that these are not jammed. And I want to make sure that there is nothing that shouldn't be put in the trash that is in there. So I've inspected the working surface. I've inspected the interior of the trash chute. And I've familiarized myself with the control panel. At this point, I am ready for operation. So I'm going to get my toter. So I have a gray trash toter here on campus. As you can see, our trash toters are gray and our blue toters are for recycling. Make sure that you use the side that is properly labeled. This trash toter on the front has a lip. This lip here has a depression on the inside. Goes over the lip that is on the front of this lifting mechanism. So what we want to do is we want to roll this toter up to it. We want to tip it back. We want to ensure that it is locked on there. We want to make sure that it's not going to fall off. So when we're operating this, we want to also make sure that we are standing clear, that no one walks behind, and that we operate it in a slow and safe manner. Now that I have the lid fully open, I have my toter properly secured onto the lifting mechanism. I will take my key, which a key should never be left in this machine. When you leave, take it with you. It's your key. Make sure that it's not left in here. We don't want unauthorized operation of this while we're not around. So I have my key, I go to the control panel. I'm going to insert my key into the control panel. There is a dial just to the right of the red emergency shut-off button, and above that dial it says comp, which is for the compactor, and it says auxiliary. The auxiliary is for the pump that will operate the lift mechanism. So I want to ensure the lid is up. I turn the dial to the right, which is auxiliary. Now I can turn my key to the right, which is the start position. So once I turn this key, you will hear the pump come on. When the pump comes on, I am now able to operate the lift mechanism. The lift mechanism is operated by a lever that is on the side of the control panel. It's silver with a black knob on the end. One way dumps it, the other way brings it down. Like I said, we want to operate this slowly and concisely. So, turn the key to the right. Now I'm going to operate my handle. You'll see the compactor going up. I'm also standing back, so this will not fall on me. All the way up. The can is dumped. I'm going to come back down. Slowly. Ensuring that my body and my head are not in the way. Set the can on the ground slowly. You don't have to hold the handle all the way. Just nice and slow. Now, hands back on the ground. Turn the key to the off position. Once the key is in the off position, I am now clear to move this trash can out of my way. So the toter can now be removed. The recycling toter could be removed if we had one on there. And now I can close the lid of this trash compactor, and I'm ready for the compact cycle portion of this. So there is a chain here in the middle. I'm going to grab this chain. I'm going to pull the center of it toward me, grab the top of the lid, push it all the way down. Ensure that the latch pin is in the hole of the lid. And now I can come back over to my control panel. I turn this dial to comp for compact cycle, and I can turn my key to the right, which starts it. Once I start it, I can remove my key. I'm not going to start this because it is very noisy, but once you start it, you compact it, it's going to run its cycle. It'll do that whether the key is in or not. So once you turn it to start, you can remove your key, secure that on your person, and you can go back to work or doing what you want to do. You might ask, well, what if someone comes and opens the lid? Well, there's a safety. The second that the lid opens, the complete operation of this machine comes to a halt. So it is safe to walk away from this machine. Do me a huge favor, because I'm the guy that's going to suffer if you don't do this. Every time that you dump a can, one can on each side, make sure that you compact that in between each set of cans that you dump. Make sure you break down your boxes. When you look in the chute, you want to make sure that everything that you put in there is going to fit all the way to the base of that chute. If it will not fit in the base, it's not going to compact. So what is going to happen is it's going to get jammed up. And then I'm going to have to come here, I'm going to have to lock out, tag out this machine, and I'm going to have to either reach in or possibly enter that machine to remove the jam. Now, myself and my crew, we've received specialized training to ensure that we're not injured in that process. You have not. So never enter the machine. Never operate it in an unsafe manner, and never allow anyone to enter the area while you are operating the machine. Should you have any questions on the proper operation of this machine or require further clarification, you can reach out to myself or one of my staff here at Stockton University. Thank you for watching this, and be safe.